I always think back to the day I moved into my parents' houses, which, admittedly, is a weird thing for a kid to say. At first, of course, they were far apart. I knew Dad lived in Elk Grove and Mom in Stockton, but I never really knew where home was. Don't get me wrong, on my 5th birthday, it was amazing. But why wasn't Dad there? And Dad, I love camping, but the TV says this should be family fun, and Mom isn't here, so I think we should go back together. My mom lived in the realm of reality, while my dad preferred to stay in his perfect world of picture paper people that he could prop up and parade around like puppets. Having 2 childhood homes is confusing. It's terrifying. Dad had 2 stories, but Mom had 1 truth. Mom always left the windows open, but my dad chose to stay blind. Every week braving a new unknown, dodging the flames of my father's rage, hoping he doesn't discover who I really am. I was forced to travel between 6 layers of hell just to reach the purgatory in which my mother resided. Eventually, I grew up and had to understand it all. I had to understand why Mom was crying when she couldn't get me that toy I wanted. It's because some sick bastard who stole my last name thought it would be fun to play with her bank account. I had to understand why I had to sit in a car for an hour every Friday night to go see a man who I hated. Why I had to go even when I begged and pleaded and cried, "Please don't make me go, Mom, please!" It was because the court decreed his emotions were more important than my sister and my well-being. Because they felt bad for him. I had to understand why my older sister was afraid to go to his house alone. It's because he's too much of an ass to understand that she is not normal. He can't fathom not having a perfect family and blames it all on her. I had to understand what a broken home was. Now, being with my mom for 5 days out of the week, it seemed I would forget about this wretched man. My 3 parents never got along. I was always too young to help, so I was always the odd one out until there was 0 love. I didn't really have a dad. My stepdad was always working, so I had to find a new one. I tried my cousins, but they seemed to follow my dad and leave, as men seem to do. Eventually, I found one who wouldn't leave, who was there every day, who cared how my day was, who knew how I felt and what would make me feel better, who was with me the whole time. Only thing was, this one wasn't Dad. She raised me from the day I was born. She was the only one who I could truly count on. She was the one who loved me even after I repeated the words I had heard the man that she used to love say about her time and time again. My mother was the best dad I could have wished for. She's the strongest woman I know, and I love her.